Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Michael from Hollowed Thrills back with another video, and tonight we are here at Sir Henry's Haunted Trail in Plant City, Florida. It's my first time here in, I didn't think a year. I didn't think I came here last year, but I'm excited to finally be back here. I absolutely love this event. I'm super excited to see what they came up with this year. I've heard it's very good, but it is a sold out night here, so it's going to be a long night. Before we get into it, please make sure you're subscribed and have the bell notifications turned on to get notified whenever I post a video, and also make sure you're following me on both Instagram and Twitter. The links for those are down in the description below. Now let's head in. Alrighty, we have our wristbands and we are heading in. Yeah, look at all of these lines, man. It's gonna be a long night, to say the least. But everything is looking amazing here as always. Let's walk around and check out some things first before we head into anything. So here's their main centerpiece for this year's event, and up there you have pumpkins for each of the attractions for this year: Headless, Final Cut, and Rapture of the Deep. Super excited for Headless because I love the Headless Horseman. I hope we see the actual person riding the horse tonight. And here are the Sir Henry's Spooky Eats. They have a special hard cider this year. I believe it was introduced last year, but they of course brought it back for this year. If we have time, I might try that. And then of course over to the right they have their two brand new 5-minute escape rooms, Bloody Headlines and Cavities. So there's Bloody Headlines right here, and here's the entrance for Cavities over here. And right next to Cavities is the entrance for Headless. Now, as some of you may know, Sir Henry's likes to change their facades every couple years. So this year, they still have the same facades as the last couple years. So I believe in maybe 1 or 2 more years, they will be switching out the facades. But you might notice some of the facades being similar to the last time we were here. Oh, look, they actually have a separate place for alcohol. Now, it is weird, though. It says that the twisted cider cannot be consumed on the premises. I guess they might not have a liquor license or something. I don't know. That's weird that you can buy it, but you can't actually drink it here. Now, Sir Henry's went all out this year with their swag shop. This is a brand new swag shop this year. Last year's was over there where we just were, but the swag shop for this year is massive, and they have a ton of new Sir Henry's Haunted Trail merch. They have this year's shirt. You have just a normal Sir Henry shirt. You have a tote bag. You have earrings and such. I think there's an event pin. They might have sold out of it though. And just like the last couple years, they have candles yet again. Custom candles that were made specifically for Sir Henry's. And then here's that event pin I was talking about for this year. That is an awesome design. And then they have magnets and a whole bunch of other stuff. And they are selling the second variation of the novel. And you know what? You may notice that art style looks a bit similar to my logo, and that's because Sky Lombard, the person who made my logo for the channel, also made the art for the front of this book. Big shout out to them. They did a fantastic job on this artwork. Now, just a heads up, so online, front of the line passes were sold out. But here at the event, you can actually upgrade your ticket still to the early, the front of the line passes. It's $15 per person per ticket, so it's a little bit of an upgrade. But I mean, honestly, it's been super. It's been super busy here this season, so we definitely needed to get them this year. So here is the first house of the night, Final Cut. The last time I was here, this was the vampire style house, so I'm excited to see what they came up with this year. It's supposed to be like old school Hollywood is the theme for this one. So here is the whole story about Final Cut. You can pause if you want to read it, but yeah, here's the whole story. Now, we aren't able to film in this, so I'm going to put you guys away and I'll give you my review after. But so far, front of the line is nice because we're already to the front. Now, Final Cut, we just got out of it. I had a couple really good scares in there. The rest of the people in my group, though, kept getting absolutely scared. It was everyone behind me. I kind of was the sacrificial lamb, but they ended up getting scared more. It was pretty funny, but Final Cut was very good. But like I said, what I'm really excited for is Headless, and I think we're gonna go do that one next. Now, I will say there was one really cool scene in there where you go through a ripped screen that has like projections on it, and that was one of the really good scares because they pretty much like jumped through the screen at me. And here is our story for Headless. Like I said, based on the Headless Horseman, and I love the Headless Horseman, and apparently there is a actual person riding a horse in this house, so I'm excited for that. But if you guys want to read the story, pause it and take a good read before we move on. Alright, so we got out of Headless and loved that house. Loved the whole aesthetic of it, loved the whole vibe of it. Scares were great. Set design was so good this year. Oh my gosh, I loved all the new sets that they added for that location this year. They did such a fantastic job on that house. We got one left here, and I can tell you, as a matter of fact, you want that front of the line pass. It's a $15 upgrade, but it is 100% worth it. We have just skipped probably 2 hours worth of lines because it's, like I said, it's sold out and it's packed tonight. We have one more, and that's behind me. It's Rapture of the Deep. It's their sea house for this year, so I'm excited to see that because I loved their one from last year. That last year's was so good. It's going to be hard to beat Headless because I really loved that, but Rapture of the Deep's up next. Now, I guess the actual Headless character isn't one that is in the actual house itself. I guess they're one of the walk-around characters in the midway here. But I guess since it's super crowded tonight, they don't have them out. Or maybe the horse isn't here tonight. I don't know, but he wasn't in there. I'm kind of upset, but, you know, I really want to see the actual Headless Horseman in action here. And last but not least, here is the story for Rapture of the Deep. I believe it is continuing the story of last year. But if you want to read it, you can pause it and take a nice read before we go through. Alright, here we are, Rapture of the Deep. But front of the line's over this way, so we gotta go this way to get to the front of the line pass, because, you know, we're cool like that. Now, same facade as the last year. Like I said, they do that here. But I will say, I really hope our drunk friend from last year is here. Alright, we got through Rapture of the Deep. And I thought it was going to be hard to beat Headless, but they stepped up that attraction this year. It is... I didn't know how they were going to step up last year's in that location, but this year is even better. They added a bunch of new animatronics in there, a couple manual like animatronic scares and puppets. They did a really good job, and they added scent canisters in some of the rooms. I was actually really surprised. We walked through one of the rooms, and it kind of smelled like, you know, the Pandora smell, like the Flight of Passage smell. I was like, whoa, they added scent canisters in here. That's awesome. Like, they're really stepping up the production quality here. They had a really cool Barracuda animatronic. They had the shark animatronic from last year, and they had this really awesome angler fish animatronic that just absolutely scared the hell out of me. It was so good. It came out, but then it dropped down and like swung towards you. It was really awesome. Like, that blew me away. How much they stepped up that attraction this year. It's gonna have to go Rapture of the Deep, Headless, Final Cut, in that order. I mean, it's as expected. That's how it was gonna be. Honestly, though, it did kind of surprise me though that it was better than Headless. I really expected Headless to be my number one. Now we are gonna do one of the escape rooms. I think we're gonna do Cavities. Bloody Headlines does look cool, but Cavities, I mean, it looks like candy corn, so we're gonna go through that one and do that one. Last year we absolutely destroyed their escape room. We got out in probably 90 seconds. People were like, wait a minute, you guys cheated. And we're like, no, we're just good. We're just good. So we're gonna go do that. To get tickets for it, you have to go to Sir Henry Booze and get tickets for both of to get into the escape games. There's the man of the hour, man. It's Sir Henry himself. What a guy. As dapper as always. Well, just kidding. All time slots for the escape rooms are sold out for tonight. And that's a shame. Maybe next year. Well, because the escape games are sold out, we ended up getting one of the hard apple ciders. So we're actually gonna go out to the car and drink it because you're not able to drink it here on property. I don't know. I'm gonna go out to the car. I have somebody else driving, so I'm gonna be going and drinking that, and I'll give you a little bit of a review of that because I'm super excited to taste that. But that's it here at Sir Henry's. 100% worth getting those front of the line passes. We flew through the lines here tonight. All right, here we go. We have Sir Henry's Twisted Apple Hard Cider. It looks pretty cool. I like the design on the can. Let's see if we can find what the percentage is of it. It is 5.3%, and it's made by Keel Farms, I think is what it said. Yep, Keel Farms. Let's give it a try. It does smell like apple. I really like hard cider, so I'm excited for this. That's delicious. It tastes like a fresh apple. It honestly does. Kind of has a little hint of sweetness to the end of it. Kind of makes it taste like a peanut butter and jelly, honestly, for some reason, or like apple butter jelly or something. I don't really know. It just tastes really good though. That's like I know, a candy apple. That's what it tastes like. That is really good. I 100% suggest picking one of these up, or maybe even a 6-pack. It was like $5 for one and $20 for a 6-pack. Not bad. But that is going to wrap it up here for us at Sir Henry's. I honestly expected us to be here longer, but being able to buy the express pass or their front of the line pass here on site, even though it was sold out online, came in clutch. I 100% recommend getting that. It cuts down those waits tremendously because those lines were so long today. But with that front of the line pass, it made us go straight to the front. There was literally no one in front of us the entire time. Every time we went into the front of the line, there was no one in line for it. It was awesome. So like I said, 100% suggest getting that. 100% suggest just coming out here to Sir Henry's. I love Sir Henry's Haunted Trail. They are one of my favorite haunts I've been to, and probably one of the best, if not the best here in the state of Florida. It is so good. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure you drop a like and also comment down below. Have you been out to Sir Henry's this year? I'd really like to know. Or are you planning on coming out here eventually? But as always, I'm Michael giving you the all clear. And all clear means you are out of here. See you guys next time.